Good morning, class. Welcome to this session. I have created this lesson for you because I want you to improve your pronunciation, especially in the regular verbs. Last class, we were talking about the simple past. Here is to talk about something that happened recently and finished, right? We're going to continue with this topic because I have identified some errors in pronunciation that I want you to improve. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. So I'm sharing my screen right now. This is going to be a pronunciation practice. My name is Juan Andres Tigre. This is intended to be for students of 10th year of secondary education. The level of the CEFR is going to be the B1, and the topic is the simple past, especially regular verbs. That ed ending that is so unnatural to Spanish speakers because that doesn't exist in our language, that is Spanish, right? Because my L1 is also Spanish. So, this is what we're going to do. I have prepared one small paragraph about a fictional story that I came up with about my father, and he decided to go on a camping trip, be in contact with nature, right? So, with this exercise, you should be able to identify simple past and especially the ending, that ed ending of regular verbs. So, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to increase, improve your pronunciation in the regular verbs. Okay, so the steps that we're going to follow to achieve that objective would be first, going to read this paragraph out loud. After that, you will read it by yourself, sorry, out loud as well, so I can correct your pronunciation. After you have read that little text, you have to grab your marker, your highlighter, or your pen, and you're going to underline, highlight whatever you have. The verbs, the regular verbs, you can identify them. After that, you're going to pronounce and hear my pronunciation, and I'm going to give you a little tip to improve it. After that, we are going to talk about the assignment for next class. Right? So, ready? Let's begin. So, first step that I'm going to read this paragraph to you. It says, my father has worked in the same company for 14 years. He always wanted to do something different. That's why he decided to go on a camping trip one day. He looked for the best places to go. Therefore, he decided to choose mountains. There were some things he had to have fixed first. For example, his camping tent damaged. Therefore, he took it to have it fixed, right? He cleaned his sleeping bag. After arranging all necessary things, he grabbed his keys, started the car, and drove for 3 hours to get to the camping site. My father spent 3 days in the mountains. He watched birds and he was amazed by the beauty of nature. In the end, he returned home and told us about his trip. He truly loved it. Okay, so now is your turn. Take this time to read it out loud so I can correct your pronunciation. Pay close attention to the regular verbs, please. Right? So, ellipsis. During this time, the students are reading the paragraph. This will take, let's say, 2 minutes, right? So, they're reading right now. Okay, perfect. All right. So, I heard your pronunciation. Now, you're going to take your marker, your pencil, or your highlighter, whatever you have, and underline or highlight the verbs, the regular verbs in simple past. Right? So take this time to do that. And the purpose of this is that you understand, you identify these verbs. Right? So the students right now are highlighting the verbs. That's what I did right here. Right, very good. So you have identified the verbs. That's nice. All right, so I will give you some tips to improve your pronunciation. So here I have a little chart that will help you a lot, right? So for example, we have want it. It sounds like an ID, right? And we have want it over here. Want it. Always want it. Okay? So there is a voice sound. So you use your vocal cords, right? They produce a vibration or a humming sound in your throat. So it's want it, right? Want it. And it's the same as need it, right? If you see need it, don't say needed it. No, because that's a common mistake in, especially in students, because you see the ed, you're thinking in Spanish, you say, well, it is an ed, so you have to read ed, right? Like in Spanish. For example, wanted. What else? Started. Not like that. It has little tricks that I will give you some tips so you can improve. Okay. What else? We have watched. Watched. Right here. Watched. Sounds like a T, right? Watched. Fixed. 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 Okay. We use more our tongue that to create a fixed, 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 watched, watched. Those are the verbs that you have to pay attention to, right? And now the last ones are with the D sound, right? So we have damaged, damaged. Over here we have damaged, right? Damaged, loved, 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 right? You see, it is very important to use your lips and your tongues. Loved, loved. It's like a D sound, right? Okay, so with this little help, I think you will be able to understand and improve your pronunciation. So now the assignment for next class is you're going to create a paragraph similar to this in the simple past, and you're going to underline the verbs, the regular verbs, please, the regular only. Okay, after you have highlighted those, have created your paragraph, you're going to present it to the class. You're going to read it out loud so we can see that you have improved your pronunciation. Okay, so this assignment will be for next week. Prepare, work it, underline it, and I'm sure you'll be ready to improve your pronunciation. Okay, so class, that will be all. I hope you have enjoyed this extra session on pronunciation that I have prepared for you, right? So please take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.